Do you want to control the internet connection for all the systems in your network without having the appropriate permissions? If yes, then let me show you how to do that. First of all, let's open your browser and type download netcut. Netcut is the tool we are using for this practical. Archive is the official website to download this tool. Let me click on this second link because it will take me directly to the download page. Now, there are two versions here, netcut 3.0 and netcut 2.1.4. It mentions that it supports only Windows 7, but trust me guys, it will also work on Windows 10. But the problem with this older version is sometimes it fails to detect all the system in your network. So let's go with the latest one. Click here and the downloading will start. But I will not do that because I already have that on my desktop. See, this one is the older netcut, that is 2.1.4, and this one is the newer version 3. So let's start with the new. I already downloaded this. If you want to download, then like any other software, just double click on the setup, next, and finish. Remember one thing, when you are installing this netcut version 3, it will also ask you to install WinPcap. Now, what is this? WinPcap helps your application to capture and transmit network packages bypassing some protocols. Okay, so install that also. Now click on open. And you will see this one, 192.168.1.103. This one is the IP of my router. Okay, it also mentions Cisco Linksys, right? Now this one, 192.168.1.111 is my laptop, okay, which is I am using right now. And this one, 1.105 is my smartphone, and this one, .112 is my another smartphone, okay, is also mentioned brand Samsung, right? Now let's see how to cut internet connection of any system in your network, and your target will never know that he is out of connection, because this tool reduces the speed of the internet connection of your target machine. It will only allow 2 or 4 KB downloading speed. Okay, so if your target check that what's wrong with his system, it shows that he is connected to the internet but the internet is down, right? And how to do that? Let's see. You are seeing a bar, this bar, see this one, right? Using this bar you can reduce the internet speed of your target. See, as I am reducing the speed, it is going red, right? Now it depends on you how much speed you want to assign a particular system. Okay, so I select 0 here. Now you have to trust me guys that I am unable to use internet from my smartphone. Okay, it's showing me that I am getting 3 kbps downloading speed, right? But I am still connected to the internet. And if we not use netcut and we directly disconnect anyone from our network, definitely he will find out. Okay, it will show on his desktop that he is disconnected. But in our case, our target assume that he is connected to the internet. Okay, so that's the basic difference between netcut and without using netcut. Now you might be thinking that someone also can cut your internet connection also. Okay, but see, on my desktop, on my laptop, I am getting dot triple one, but I have no option to disconnect my own internet connection, nor I have the option to disconnect from router. That means router and my PC are both secured. And how? Because of Defender is on. See here, Defender is on. Here is another tool, that is Netcut Defender, which is inbuilt in version 3. But for version 2, see, this one is version 2. Okay, and if someone is using version 2, then he needs to install Network Defender separately. See, this is the setup of Network Defender and this is the setup of Netcut version 2. But in version 3, it comes along with the software itself. So there is no need to install Defender separately. Okay? But if I turn this off, now there is a huge possibility that anyone having the knowledge of netcut can disconnect me from my network. Okay? Now you might be thinking that no one is going to disconnect this router, right? No, it is possible to disconnect router itself. Yes, it is possible to switch off router by sitting on your machine without having the permission to do so. Let's see how to do that. Open the netcut version 2, that is older version of netcut. It says please run netcut as administrator. Okay, now in older version you are going to see this is our IP and it mentioned that protected by Netcut Defender. Yes, while other three are not protected by Netcut Defender. Okay, and I already told you that 103 is our router. Yes, so you can cut the internet connection from here. Just select your target and click on cut off. If I cut off, then you will see that I am not able to use the internet connection. Let's see, let's check it out, and let's try to open google.com. It's not get disconnected because it is protected by Netcut Defender in version 3. Okay, so no problem. Resume that. Select and click resume. Okay, so this way if version 3 is not running, we can also disconnect router itself. Okay, so let's go back to our version 3. And here you will also see the MAC address of all the systems, right? Now click on this link. It says it has been copied to clipboard, right? So you will know the MAC address of all the systems along with the IP and other information. Close this. Let's close this one. Let me turn off. Right. Now let's again open the older version. Now in older version it also provides you the option to change the MAC address of your target system. Suppose I want to change the MAC address of this one, right? Go to change MAC. You will see this is the original MAC it has. Now let me change it to this. Click on change, right? And click close. It says the MAC ID has been successfully changed, right? But it will not change here. Don't worry about that. If you refresh this and resume again and again, it will definitely change the MAC address of your target machine. In this lesson, I am going to show you how you can reset a user password in Windows 10 without using any third-party tool. Okay? So for today's practical, I am using a feature called sticky keys. I hope most of you already know about this feature, and for those who don't, let me show you. Just press Shift key 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, this feature runs at our login screen. Okay, so sticky keys is an accessibility feature in graphical user interface that causes modifiers to remain active after being pressed and released. Easier to do keyboard shortcuts, right? So for this power of this virtual machine, and let's start it again. But keep in mind, we need a Windows 10 DVD, a bootable DVD or a bootable USB to perform this practical, okay? Let's start it. Press any key from your keyboard to boot from CD. Press enter. Now it says loading files. See, I am performing this practical in my virtual machine, but the steps are same for the physical machine as well. And yes, you will need a Windows 10 DVD or a bootable USB for this practical. But don't worry, in the next lecture, I will show you how to perform the same practical without using the ISO, right? Here, click on next to continue. Now, instead of install now, press repair your computer. You will see three options: continue, troubleshoot and turn off your PC. Click on troubleshoot. Now select advanced options and select command prompt. See, now you have access to your command prompt. I know that it is running from your Windows DVD, but it will actually give you the access of this machine as well. Press C:, enter. Type dir. Okay. Now type D:, enter. See, I have installed my Windows on D drive in my virtual machine. So let's type cd Windows and again cd system32. Here we will see how we can use sticky keys. So first of all, let's copy that file of sticky keys with the name set.hc, that is set high contrast, and new name is set.hc backup, right? Now copy cmd to set hc. Yes. Now what happens is, the next time we press shift key 5 times, instead of opening the actual set high contrast, it opens a command prompt. I know it's a window loophole. Now close this. Either you can press continue or you can go for turn off your PC and then start it again. I will click on continue. And I am going to pause this video until it's boot up. Now see, we are on the login screen and press shift key 5 times again. Okay, so we have our command prompt. Now type command net user and username. It's an existing user. See here on the login screen, I have already a username Shubham. So let's change its password to 123456. Hit enter. The command completed successfully. Now let's see how we can create a new user. So net user abcde and password abcde/add. Okay. Now let's make this new user abcde as an administrator. For this, use net local group. Group name is administrators. Mention the username /add. That's it. So what we have done is, first of all, there is a user called Shubham, but we don't know its password, so we have reset this to 123456. Then we have created a normal user abcde. Okay, and then we have make abcde an administrator without knowing the actual password. Okay, so let's go close all this. Now restart the machine and wait for login screen. So here is our login screen, and see, we found two different users. So let's log in with our new user, that is abcde. Okay, so in this way we can reset a password in Windows 10 using the Windows 10 ISO file. Let's see how you can reset the password of Windows 7 without using any kind of software, right? So first of all, let's open Windows 7. Now, if you are not able to see this screen or these options like launch-up, startup, repair, what you have to do is, you have to suddenly power off your physical machine on which you are running Windows 7. Okay, so select this option. Now Windows is loading some files. Let it load. See, I am performing this practical in virtual machine. Okay, but virtual machine itself think that it is a physical machine. Virtual machine never know that it is performing in a virtual environment. So the steps are exactly same. Okay, now it has started repair. Okay, now I don't know how much time it would be going to take. Maybe it will take around 2 minutes, or sometime it take around 10 to 15 minutes. So let me pause this video for a while. Now we have this dialog box. Here you will see an down arrow option. Click on this. Go to the last, and here you will see a file, .txt file. You have to open this file. Okay. Now go to file and click on save as. Here change this to all files and go to C drive. No, in this case we will go to D drive because our window files are stored in D drive. Now go to Windows, search for System32. Here you have to find out of application name utilman. Utilman is your utility manager. Okay. Now rename this. Let me copy this and rename to utilman1. Now find command prompt application. You can press C and then search for your files, or you can press CMD quickly. Okay, very quickly. Now rename this to utilman. Right? Now cancel this, close this, also close this, and click on finish. Okay. Now our virtual machine gets closed. But if you are performing this on your physical machine, then your machine will be shut down, or sometimes it restart automatically. But if it won't, then you have to start it manually. Now let it start. So Windows is starting, and now you will see your login screen. Okay, see, we have a username ABC, but we don't remember this password. Okay, we don't remember its password, so let's reset that. Click on Utility Manager. But as we rename CMD to utilman, our command prompt has been opened. Here you have to type control user passwords 2. Okay, control user passwords 2 and hit enter. Here you will see your username, which belongs to administrators group, and at below here you will see an option of reset password. So click on this. Now either you can type a new password or you can leave it blank. In our case, we prefer to leave it blank. Click OK, close this, and now don't type any password here, okay, as the password has been removed. Simply press enter. See, it's too easy to break the password in this way. Okay, now Remember, at the start of this lecture, I told you to get launch startup repair option, you have to power off your machine suddenly. But that work only in case when you are performing this practical on physical machine. But what if you are performing this practical on virtual machine like me? So in that case, you first of all power off all this. After closing virtual machine, you have this dashboard. So if you are using a virtual machine, go to settings, go to storage and remove this ISO file, remove this optical drive. Okay, this is the ISO file using which I have installed Windows 7, right? So remove this attachment. As soon as you remove this attachment and you start virtual machine, you will directly see the launch startup repair option. That's it.